Alright. Hey guys, it's me, Super Rocket, and today it's finally time to review Avengers Infinity War. I've already watched the movie, I watched it with some friends, so yeah. What do I think about it? So let's get into it. So as all of the new movies that just came out that I review in this channel, I will go into the non-spoiler review first, and then of course I will go into the spoilers. So what about the look in this film, or presentation? Well, it actually looks pretty good. It does feel familiar to the Captain America Civil War, because it mixes with the light and the darkness. It make it nice and bright so everybody can see it clearly, and they made it somewhat dark because this movie is somewhat serious because you got Thanos and all that. So yeah, I really like what they did with the look of this film. It's pretty good. What I also like about this film is that it's very unexpected in times. I really like what they did. I just love movies that are very unexpected. You think this could happen in this movie, but later on you're actually wrong. They think of something that you wouldn't think that would happen. It's just so cool. It's just an awesome feeling to see that. It's like, whoa! Yeah, they have some feelings here in Avengers Infinity War, and I really love that they did that. It was pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the non-spoiler review. There's a lot of stuff to go through in the spoiler review, so without further ado, let's get into it. So first off, I want to talk about how they insert the characters in this film. So I was wondering how they're going to do this because there are so many characters in this film. I wonder how they're going to bring them in this movie. So they did a pretty good job on this. All of these characters here are first began in different groups, and then some of them separate with each other, and then some of them merge with each other. Yeah, but it's not that messy. It's easy to understand what happened. It's like, oh, first of all he's here, then he goes to here. Yeah, it's not that complicated which the characters go. So what about the characters themselves? Are they insert good in this film, or they actually have a purpose there? Well, yeah, some of them actually have a good purpose of being there. Some of them are just alright. They're just like, okay, they're here because of this. So yeah, some of them do have a big importance in the film. Like of course Gamora, because she's technically the daughter of Thanos. So yeah. And there are some characters that are kind of jammed in there. They don't really serve a big role in the plot, but it's really unnoticeable. I feel like they're because the characters that didn't have an important role in the plot, they do jokes, so it won't be that pointless. I feel like they're just fun additions that they just add there, and like Hulk and Drax, they are just fun characters. The movie does have some comedy. It's not big. The comedy isn't very big like in Thor Ragnarok. It's just there. It will come and go. It's not all the way there. It's mostly serious in this film. So yeah. So we talk about the characters in this film. But there's one character in particular I feel like I should talk about, and that is Thanos. As I said in my expectations video, I said that I want Thanos to be the best villain in the MCU, and he was. There were a lot of good stuff about him. Well, first of all, let's talk about the first thing that we actually see in this movie. It's like it was very scary. The starting of the film, it shows the ship that Thor and the Asgardians were. Now that it's trembled thanks to Thanos, and you see him in all this dark lighting. It was very scary, especially with all the weird lines on his face. And the other thing about it is that he's actually pretty smart. He actually managed to manipulate the Avengers. I'm calling all of these people Avengers, so by the way. Yeah, but the main point that makes him the best villain in the MCU is that he actually has emotion. And that carries on in the entirety of this film, especially when Thanos had to kill Gamora in order to get the Soul Stone. Yeah, it actually made him, this emotion of him actually made him the main character in all of this. It's if you watch the movie, you can, if you've seen it a lot of times, you can actually kind of see it here that the movie is technically actually focusing on Thanos, not on any of the other heroes here. It's not focusing on Tony Stark or Captain America. It was just Thanos. Thanos was the main character all this time. It was pretty cool. They actually kind of teased it and all that stuff. We got the poster. You cannot see it in here, but Thanos was very big and spotted there. You can actually see it. But yeah, that was to prove my point further, is that at the end, at the end of a Marvel movie, usually when the credits roll and all, the end credit scene is done, they will always say about the main character will, they always put there, the main character will return. But in here, it says that Thanos will return. It further proves my point that Thanos is actually the main character in all this. And that really makes him the best villain in the MCU so far. Who knows, maybe there will be a new villain, I'm not sure. But right now, Thanos takes the spot as the best villain in the MCU so far. It's pretty good. And plus, he also accomplished his goal. He got all the Infinity Stones with him, then snapped his fingers, and then half of the universe population got wiped out. This is technically a bit of a problem because if you remember in my expectations video, I said I want some major deaths. But the thing is about this snap here is it kind of makes it a bit, feels like all the deaths in this movie doesn't really matter. Hopefully some of these deaths are permanent. I'm not sure how they're gonna do it, but hey, they managed to do some unexpected things, so maybe they do unexpected things that I have never expected them to do. So hopefully it's that way. I feel like they should have changed the title because the ending was alright. I understand the ending. I feel like it's pretty good, but I feel like people won't be satisfied with that. I feel like it would be better off calling it Avengers Infinity War Part 1, so people were like, okay, this is the first part. I'm sure everything will be fine in the second part. I'm sure we'll figure out what's gonna happen. That was the original name, I think, because they said, I found out that the plan was Part 1 this year, and then Part 2 next year. So yeah, I feel like they should have just called it Part 1, Part 2. So that's all I have to say about my opinions on Avengers Infinity War. Well, for me at least. See, I said that I would watch this with my friends first, and the reason why I watch it with my friends first is I want them to give their opinions on the film, and I will share what they have to say to all of you guys. So enjoy this footage. I apologize if there's a bunch of noise. Yeah, we filmed this in the mall. Come on, you cannot do anything about it. So I apologize with the disturbance, and apologize if you cannot hear some of the stuff, but yeah, this is the best I can do. So yeah, enjoy.
Hi guys, I'm Krishi.
What's up guys, Dylan here. I'm LD.
And we will be, in this section of the review, we'll be discussing of what we just saw in the Avengers Infinity War. Are you ready, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, not the crispy part.
The movie was not good.
Yeah.
No, the movie. I mean, the Euro part was like so damn sad.
Yeah, why did I have to do the group?
But
Yeah.
Thor's new look is so damn awesome.
Yeah. Plus the axe, the thunder axe.
But I like the Groot part. And Groot. When he's just playing Playboy, like whole the movie, and the final when Thor is getting hit by a fire, and he starts his power. What? That's awesome, man.
There were some hype moments, but yeah, I was a bit. I'm still trying to digest what happened at the ending.
No, and this is like the guy just literally said F word. And I was like, look close, they just censored it.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just so.
The part where Star-Lord goes, boop.
Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah,
That was bad.
that was kind of bad though. But it's funny how they erased it in the trailers.
Guys, it was third day of Avengers and we finally found the tickets very hardly.
Yeah, it was a bit hard to get, right?
And plus the cinema was so full. like in a whole the cinema
Yeah,
hall.
man, it's so a lot. I think.
People love Avengers, right?
That's not too noisy. I didn't
Yeah.
really get that much noise from that.
Yeah.
I only heard somebody say Wakanda Forever so loudly in the cinema. And that's pretty much it.
So with that said, alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, we're finally done with the Infinity Stone Marathon for reals. We managed to do Thor and all that, and this is where it's all leading up to, this movie. And it was pretty good. I'm really happy that I did all this. It's pretty good. I managed to finish this. Yeah. Wait a second. I feel like I'm missing something here. I feel like I should have. I feel like there's something that I'm missing here. I feel like I'm missing something here. This movie feels like it has something that I'm missing. Something that I should have reviewed back in the marathon. But anyways, I might think about that, but alright. Well, until then, rock it on.